Yo, so when I was a kid, me, my friends, my cousins, my brothers, we would always sit around and just imagine what video games would be like 20, 30 years from now. And we would always say the graphics would probably be so real, it'll feel like you're actually in the game. Retain Gang. What's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Make sure y'all follow me on IG, man. I post a lot of motivational content on there. But hey, man, y'all been hitting me up. Y'all been sending me links to this Metaverse, asking me what I think about it. Honestly, I didn't know nothing about it until y'all showed me. So I did my research, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I had mixed feelings about it at first because the nerd side of me was like, you know, I grew up on video games. I'm a hardcore gamer, so I'm like, yo, that's dope that you can go into a virtual world and play these games with your friends, right? But then y'all know how we do on this channel. We always look at things from a higher perspective, from a bird's eye view. But my higher self was saying, yo, I don't know about this, man. This might not be the best thing that people need in their life right now, you know, because people are already detached from reality from the technology we have now. Just imagine going into a virtual world, you know, and this Metaverse ain't just, it surpasses video games. You know, because if you look at video games, we already have virtual reality in a sense. We got the PlayStation Virtual, and then you got the Oculus Quest. You know what I'm saying? Virtual reality's been around for a minute. But this right here is about to basically take over the whole net. So everything that we do in real life, you're going to be able to do in this virtual reality. And that might not be good, man. You know, just being real. I was a big World of Warcraft player back when it was popping. And, you know, I used to get lost in that game. I used to sit there and play it for hours. And there was actually stories back then of people that ruined their lives, lost their marriage, had to go to rehab because they were so addicted to it. There was like talk shows, people going on talk shows, you know, over that game because they was addicted. It was a real big thing, man. It was a big issue. And people were detached from reality then, from that technology. Now just imagine you being able to put on a headset and instead of you on Instagram typing or whatever, you actually go into the app and you're actually sitting there with all these people, being able to talk to them. You know, you got your avatar. You can create your own avatar on there, dress it how you want to. And that kind of reminded me of the Matrix when I heard of that part. The fact that you can have your own avatar. You know, if you look at the Matrix, the real world was gloomy. They was dressed in rags. They was depressed. They was scared, you know. But then when they plug into the Matrix, it was vibrant. And they dressed the way they wanted to look. Morpheus had the glasses, you know, that was just sitting on his face. Neo had the trench coat. Trinity had the leather suit. You know what I'm saying? And that made me think about that. People that don't like their life, they hate their reality, they're going to use this as an escape. Right? This virtual world to escape their problems. And that's not good because we all know what happens when we use something outside of ourselves to escape our problems in reality. Right? It's a recipe for destruction. One side of me is like, yo, this could be dope, you know, in a sense of like gaming and being able to interact with people. But on the other side, man, we already know the side effects of this. The people abusing this is going to be bad, you know, and there ain't no telling what's going to happen 30, 50 years from now, how it's going to affect people, you know, affect how you think, affect how you bond with people, you know. But we've been groomed for this. If you look at just online gaming now, you know, people get lost in gaming, you know, Call of Duty, all these games. You got Pokemon Go where you're actually in real life, you know, you seeing Pokemon, you know, you right next to your house and you're seeing a Pokemon on the side of your porch. You know what I'm saying? That's already programming you to accept that, you know? And, you know, I play games like Assassin's Creed where you get hooked up to an Animus machine and you get to play your ancestral memories. All these things, man, it's already been in place to get us ready for it. If you ever seen the show Black Mirror where they had the little chip that they put on their forehead and their consciousness actually goes into that reality. It was the episode where the dude was playing a video game, a fighting game with his best friend. And, you know, that episode got a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was a little weird. It was hard for me to watch it, really, but it was a fighting game. He had a female character and his friend had a male character. And then they ended up, you know, it got weird, man. I ain't really feel comfortable watching that episode, but yeah, man, it got to the point where their whole consciousness was in the game. So their perception, taste, smell, sight, even touch, all that was in the game. So they actually felt everything. And I'm sure this metaverse isn't going to be like that, you know, right away at the start. It's going to be just like, you know, PlayStation VR or the Oculus Quest. It's going to be like that, where you just put a headset on and you're in this world. But eventually, I'm sure as it upgrades, it's going to get to the point where you're actually going to be able to experience this world through your perception. And when that happens, that's going to be very dangerous, because, you know, your mind, your brain can't tell the difference from reality. Because, you know, your brain can't tell the difference from reality and what's fake. It goes off of the 5 senses, what you can feel, touch, see. That's how you experience reality. So if you're able to put that experience into a virtual world, people are going to be very detached from this world. And that's a recipe to cause all type of future problems too, man. You know, like in the show, that same episode, he had a wife and he couldn't even, they had no intimacy in their relationship anymore, because he was going into this video game and having sex with his best friend. It was crazy, man. It was a crazy episode, but that could be reality, you know, if it goes that far, right? People escaping their reality because they don't enjoy their life. I think there was another episode on Black Mirror where, you know, it was like a nursing home, and they could choose to either die or they could transfer their consciousness to this program where they can live in each time period, like the 80s, 90s, or whatever time period they grew up in, and they'll just be there instead of dying. And hey, man, like, the possibilities are endless for this. And that's kind of spooky if you think about it, right? I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Make sure y'all getting yourselves right, getting your soul right. You know, going out into nature, connecting with nature, connecting with yourself, right? Staying in tune with your reality and not escaping your reality, but pulling out the things that you need to work on and dealing with your problems, okay? Because I'm sure this thing's gonna take off, and it's gonna be something that we can't really dodge, right? It's gonna be the new norm. So you wanna make sure you get yourself right, man, so you don't become a victim of this world, right? You gotta make sure, because right now it's already at the point where people are detached. You know, people can't even put their phone down for a few seconds. They can't be away from their phone for 5 minutes or they're gonna go crazy. Just imagine being